Hello everyone and welcome. Today's video I wanted to show you two zines that I recently purchased. If you don't know, a zine is short for magazine, and so they're usually like independent short magazines put out by artists and other people who just want to address a short topic. So today's zines are The Hermit by Maki Naro with Colin Fanning. Maki Naro is the artist and Colin Fanning is a historian who helped him with some of the story. And the other one is Sapphic Summer, and that's by Maya Kern, who is an artist. And this one doesn't really have any words, it's just pictures. And it's an inclusive art book of women who love women. So I'm going to start with The Hermit. And the cover here, we have a blue sky with clouds and a little hermitage. And so this just goes over the history of having hermitages on like fancy properties that were owned by noblemen. So this is a picture of the historian Colin Fanning. This is actually like just what he looks like. It's really cute. And he's also an art curator. And so like these country houses in the 18th century had these grounds on them, and people would go out just to walk around the grounds, and they were really well kept and really beautiful. That was also the time period where everybody was wearing these wigs. Here's another historian, Gordon Campbell. And what this page is telling us is that these lords and ladies would be very competitive with each other. They all wanted to have the most amazing grounds, the most amazing country house. And so Reginald Andrews never worked a day in his life. I have something that he doesn't. Enough security in your worldliness without the need to make grand shows of wealth? No. A hermitage. These two people, I don't know if it's a real person, but this comic is fake. It's based on real things that happened, but it's from Maki's imagination. And so here he's drawn these different follies, is what they were called, ornamental structures that could provide places for a garden party to rest, take refreshment, enjoy the view, and furnish a spot for a more solitary contemplation and reflection. And so we have Chinese pagodas, neoclassical party pavilions, Greco-Roman temples, and ruined medieval towers, but they were fake. And so here we go. These kinds of structures tapped into a widespread 18th century taste for experiences that could provoke a sense of pleasing melancholy through their suggestion of decayed grandeur or lost civilization. Part of the vogue for the picturesque relied on the spread of antiquarian knowledge and a growing interest in history among the landed classes. The Hermitage, as one of the stops on the landscape garden outing, was usually a tiny, irregular house built of coarse materials in a shady and overgrown spot. The garden stroller was encouraged to stop inside and contemplate the loneliness of eremitical life. And this historian says, on one level, it is rather like a busy CEO outsourcing their contemplative side. The hermitage represents the contemplative ideal for which the landowner has insufficient time. And so multiple of these country estates all over Britain had these like fake hermitages in different styles. And so here the husband and wife are sort of arguing with each other about how to outdo their neighbor. And she suggests, well, what if you got a real hermit? And you can see his face, he's interested. And so he posted, help wanted, hermit, £500. The big bottom rung of the ladder of British society were the laborers and craftspeople that actually, made everything run. Even though Britain was widely perceived to have one of the highest standards of living for commoners among Western nations, it was a pretty bare-bones life, barely above the subsistence level for the vast majority. So here are the people who have come to try to get the job to be a hermit. £500 a year would have been a ridiculous amount, just way better than what they were getting. And so they're competing, trying to be their best hermity self. Alas, I knew this guy. This guy says, I am searching for the bones of your father, but I cannot distinguish them from those of a servant. And he says, holy moly, I am shook. Tilda, take my hand, feel how shook it is. Thomas, he freaking died. Badass. Sometimes the hermit was purely implied, with a small hut arranged to look like its resident had just gone for a stroll. Sometimes the hermit was a stuffed prop, or, extraordinarily, a mechanical automaton. I think the abolitionist sentiment made keeping a human hermit something of an embarrassment. The expectations for a live-in hermit were relatively straightforward. Wear an appropriately penitential robe, wear tattered sandals or go barefoot, bathe as little as possible, and groom not at all, and shun society. I think some of us would enjoy that lifestyle. And, when visited, utter a sagacious and chilling phrase or two about the ephemerality of life or the mercilessness of time. So here they are checking out their new hermit. It was also clearly a woman who's put on a false beard to get the gig. This time next week, I expect you to be full of pleasing melancholy. And then in this story, which again is from the artist's imagination, the hermit and the wife have an affair, and the hermit leaves. So in the end, the rich man decides to act like the hermit. Reginald lived out the rest of his days as his own hermit. The end. Okay, And at the end he writes, while the characters and the situations in this book are fictional, they are inspired by actual events. In the 1740s, the Honorable Charles Hamilton, creator of the famous English landscape park Painshill, put out a want ad for a hermit that listed a final payout after 7 years isolation of 500 to 700 pounds, which at the time was easily more than a decade's worth of wages for a skilled craftsperson. Accounts vary, but apparently the hermit only lasted 3 weeks and was fired after sneaking off to the pub or being caught with a milkmaid. I think there's also a picture of... Oh, there are a couple games here. Name That Folly. We've got Chinese Pagoda. Oh, these are actual follies. So one is at Kew Gardens, Temple of the Four Winds at Castle Howard Estate, Temple of Ancient Virtue at Stowe, and Gothic Tower at Wimple. And the hermitage on the cover is from Oriel Temple in Northern Ireland. Oh, and some theories about garden gnomes, and a picture of the artist as a hermit. I don't think he normally dresses like that. He is an award-winning feral cartoonist. Since 2010, he has been consistently producing a body of work which he would classify as fan art for science. His comics guide readers through a variety of complex topics that often extend beyond that of just science and into social and cultural issues. His work can be found online in publications such as The Nib, Popular Science, and Knowable Magazine. And here's an amazing portrait of Colin, a curator and historian of architecture and design. He is currently pursuing a PhD in decorative arts, design history, and material culture at the Bard Graduate Center in New York, and is project assistant curator for European decorative arts and sculpture at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. He has a show opening like in 2 weeks. His research covers a broad range of European and American architecture, design, and craft since the mid-19th century, with some narrow areas of focus like the material culture of childhood, craft and counterculture, and design pedagogy. So, that is the first scene. I love this. I love the drawings, they're so cute, and I love this making history real. Learning a bit about things. I've never been to England, but now if I go, I'll know that, I'll know to look for hermitages if I visit any, country houses. Fancy places where the nobility lived, I guess. Okay, and this is the second scene, Sapphic Summer by Maya Kern. And I did a video where I bought some shoes, or I unboxed some shoes. She was the artist who designed those shoes too. I originally got this scene, I planned to give it as a gift, but in the mail it was really bent. You can see how bent this is. And so I'm just gonna keep it for myself. I do love it, so I'm happy to keep it for myself, but I am a little bit disappointed in how it's bent. But on the back she wrote, Sapphic Summer is a zine made with and about love and acceptance. I was inspired by my friends and my wonderful, loving wife. And I actually want to start by showing her self-portrait. So in the back, she's got a self-portrait. So this is the artist, and this is her wife. And it says, Maya is a queer comic artist and illustrator based in upstate New York. She spends her days drawing and reading and making terrible jokes, much to the chagrin of those around her. She works full-time with her wife, Devin, to make LGBTQ and body-positive art with themes of inclusivity and love. And that is absolutely what this book is. So, on the inside covers, you can see this pattern here. And she calls this one Babe Parade, but it's this woman, and like this gorgeous big hair. I I really love this pattern. So this is just a collection of pictures. There are no words in this one, other than the about the author. But it's a lot of women enjoying summer and just being happy together. And they have all different skin colors and body types. This one's a mermaid. And they all just look really happy. I think it's a really cute art style, and I really love this. I think it's really sweet. Like this one where they're just sort of barely holding hands there on the train or on a bus. It's really cute. Right here, I think she also has a webcomic with like monsters in it. So like she's a cyclops and some sort of flame spirit. I've never read it, but it does look cute. I think this is my favorite picture of these two women growing things together. I love her big hair. This one, just holding hands and holding balloons. It's so sweet. This is beautiful. Some of these I had seen her post online before, and some of these I'm not sure she's posted. So like this one I've never seen before. It's really beautiful. I also love all their outfits. Everyone just looks so like comfortable and cute and hip. Just like having fun together, having a good summer. I think this is the last picture, but it's a good one. This is just so beautiful and sweet, and the whole thing is very loving. I think seeing pictures of women like this looking so happy and cute and beautiful and just normal is really healthy. And I just really love this, so I hope you do too. But that is it for the two zines that I recently purchased. I hope you liked them. I'll have links to the artist's website